Good morning, everyone. So I'm using Barbara Moore's Llewellyn's Classic deck for today, which is Tuesday, March 7th, with the full moon in Virgo at 4:40 a.m. this morning Pacific time. And if you've been, or if you remember the last couple days, we've been having the moon oppose. Now, the moon's always in exact opposition when it's full to the sun. It's always in exact opposition to the sun, and that's what makes it full, of course. But before we have had this full moon coming in, the buildup has been the moon opposing Saturn and then Mercury. So we've been moving through some issues, some authority issues, and we've had some confrontations of some type, I would think. But now today, with the moon being full and the Virgo moon opposing the Pisces sun, that brings in a really beautiful element when it comes to creativity and bringing in the details, bringing in the grounded results that we want to accomplish. That contributes to a much greater ability to enjoy your life in the future, because Pisces is, it's that realm of pure potentiality, and it's very sensitive and compassionate. It might be hard to stay kind of balanced and keep your patience this morning first thing. Yeah, that's what's going on. That's what it is. Okay, so with Temperance coming through reversed, I see this card when it's straight up as, because of the Two Cups, I see this as like two yes currents coming together, and something better, bigger is created. Like imagine two people coming together and they're in partnership, and that partnership is that third entity. And it creates peace and abundance with the lilies, you can see, and 1 foot in the water has to do with the spiritual realms. And 1 foot on the land has to do with being a spiritual being in a human body, right? And the fact that it came through reversed makes me wonder if there's been a little bit of impatient energy going on and you haven't found your big yes to whatever you're trying to create yet because there's so much happening. Or you're finding a no, so it's not the right time yet. And this could be because, the impatience could be happening in the lack of basically temperance. It could be happening because of all those planets. I mean, we have a stellium of planets in Aries, which is very movement-oriented and wants to just get it going, right? And with the Seven of Cups, I really feel like the reason the Temperance card is reversed is because you haven't yet made that choice to figure out what it is exactly that you want. So my advice with this card, and I try to not give advice, but it tends to come through. I'm sorry about that if you don't like it. I understand. But I always like to look at this card as trying to get underneath that veil of illusion. That all of these other things, the huge home, maybe the fame and the recognition and the winning and the glory and the power and all the riches, jewels, all those things, and the sexiness and all that, are not necessarily what makes us happy in the end. And then with the world coming through reversed, this also brings in that element of feeling incomplete. But you have to make your choice and figure out what it is. So if you really want a big house, try that on. It might be the time for you to have something like that. Maybe it's too big for you, but you're going to sell it later, something like that. If you want to try on power dynamics, go for it, because this is how we learn. We work our way out of boxes. We work our way out of limitations by bumping up against the walls, right? So anyway, with the world coming through reverse, there's the only other thing I want to say with that is, if this is something mundane, as in you're trying to get something together, but you're dealing with other people who are maybe pulling the wool over your eyes and there's some smoke screen going on, then when the world comes through reversed, it's that we're going to have delays, and we won't have the the type of relationships that will bring it full circle. So there could be some feelings of challenges today. So be careful with yourself. Be careful with beating yourself up or judging others too harshly, because there's a lot of energy going on. There's a tremendous amount of energy going on. And that's further reiterated later on today when Saturn moves into Pisces. So there's big changes, and we're going to have to be gentle with ourselves and others. So, okay, other than that, that's it. Take good care. Bye.